Perception and lies. That's right, I said perception, not deception. Deception is something very different. It's sort of like the direct intention to deceive. Perception is using something that may not be true in order to enforce a lie that you probably told to get out of something, but you're already there, you might as well keep going. For example, here I am in my backyard. See, that's the houses behind us with their rooms and everything looking into my backyard. And somewhere over there is the tennis courts. My neighbors have a lower fence. So the question here is, am I out here on a beautiful day in the sun in the buff? Well, you can't see the faces of the people in those houses. And my fence may be tall enough, but the neighbor's fence is lower. But I'm not showing you that. So you can't tell if someone's sitting there looking at me going, ah, no. Perception. I could tell you that I'm sitting back here in the buff because I am sick and tired of my white skin. But you see, here's the catch. The catch is plain and simple. Those of you who actually know me, well, know that even though I'm an actor and I'm pretty much free with my performances, I have no reason to go into my backyard nude because I'm rather fond of my pale skin. It is the texture and the color it is for a reason. I'm who I am, and the thought of going through a burn just to try to get a tan doesn't thrill me. So in order to prove my point, I went into the backyard with this on and pulled the straps down as far as I could, which technically means I wasn't in the nude. I was wearing less than I would normally, and the dress wasn't where it belonged, but still, the point's been made. But this is the other half of the point. Those of you who know me, who have taken the time to get to talk to me. Now, what if it was another friend who said to you, she was sitting in the nude, and here's that little teeny piece of video to say so? Well, you'd have a different view of me. Your own perception gets turned into a lie, and you start lying to yourself. Oh, that matches your image of the world. And after all, there's the video to prove it. But seriously, did it prove anything? You don't have the whole video. See, there's the expression, proof is in the pudding. But nowhere does it really say what the actual ingredients are, just simply that the proof is in the pudding. So if the proof is in the pudding, what makes the pudding? The whole video? The friendship you have with two people? Whether or not something was edited? Maybe a history. Half the cameras aren't even dated right. Has something been modified? Does someone own Photoshop? Does someone own a video editing program? Does someone own... So, does that make the pudding you? Well, that means the only proof is within you. Oh, good answer. Unfortunately, not a very productive one either. Because you see, there's another philosophy to all this as well. And that's the philosophy of, do we really trust ourselves? I mean, the best liars in the world are ourselves. We lie to ourselves on a day-to-day basis. So if you show me just a little section of video, and you're determined that this is what's going to do something that you think is your ultimate goal, I believe it. Doesn't matter how many times I show you the whole video. Doesn't matter how many times I break it down. Doesn't matter how many times I reword. The brain is still going to say, hold on, I'm happy within this one little narrow belief system, so I'm going to stay where I'm happy. So, what is truth? And what is perception? I mean, I can give you so many examples of that one. All those ribbons. All the things hanging on my wall, the awards and everything. BC Renaissance Festival and Jade Dragon Pirates make a wicked team. Won every single one of those. Is that the truth? Am I lying again? No, I'm not. But if you're the loser, then you can make it into a lie. Because your perception would be the fact that the Jade Dragon Pirates didn't win it. BC Renaissance Festival won them. Which means everyone involved won them. Well, that's the truth too. However, if you talk to a Jade Dragon supporter, they'll still see the Jade Dragon Pirates as a separate entity. So, BC Renaissance Festival wouldn't win them without the Jade Dragon Pirates. Or if your daughter was in the parade, one parade, that means your daughter won that. It's on my wall. We could have within this one little teeny narrow truth, I'm looking at all of you, multiple perceptions. So which one do you believe? How about all of them? Why not? If it's all the truth, then it's all the truth. Here, one last example. Final proof. Here's the question. How many times did I change something? If you watch this whole video, how many times did I change something? Think about it. Count in your head. I had to actually write it down too. I'll bet you, a portion of you, I'm going to say 4. After all, 4 different locations, so 4 slightly different backgrounds. But still, 3 of those 4 are within this room. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there you go. No, 5. 5. See, even my math is off. So, 5 different angles or locations. Or, is it 8? 5 different angles and location, but a change in top each time. Because some of you will perceive the dress pulled down over my shoulder and then moved up as a change. Some of you will not, because after all, it's the same dress. Or how about 9? There you go. Do you perceive that as the same outfit, or do you perceive that as 2 different changes? So 8 or 9. 11. Take everything I've already said, add it all up. 2 necklaces. Or 12. How many of you noticed my hair's up now? If I were to ask that question and just leave you be, I'm sure I'd come up with multiple numbers. It's all a matter of perception. And each of those numbers will help you in your brain determine what kind of person I am. Did I get overheated? Is that why my hair's up? Did I change my necklace because maybe I thought the other one being a rune would offend someone? Oh, but this is a stone. It might offend someone else. And I put something in my mouth. A lozenge. Maybe it's rude that I have it in there now. That's a change. So when I say to you, how many changes did I make? Well, it'll depend on each and every one of you. Do you think of me less because I had a dress practically down on, and bra down to practically nowhere? Does that change your perception of me? Well, how about this? What if I told you I'm not wearing pants? What's a lie? And what's just a matter of perception? We perceive the world differently. Everything's a lie. And everything's the truth. It's up to you as to what do you say to yourself inside. All of you. Every single one of you. Think about it.